Hey, everybody. I'm not staring at my phone while the music is running out. Welcome to Happily Booked, the bookcast where two kindred spirits believe that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing as reading a good book and being able to talk about it. We are your hostesses, Becky and
Rookie.
And welcome back. This is another bonus episode.
Woo woo.
I won't go into the I did last time.
If they watched the other one, they should know. We should do a pop quiz for them, and they have to comment the answers.
What have we already talked about? You need to know.
That's a really good idea. I think we should do that.
You're not wrong. This is another game, another trivia pop quiz of a series that I finished because I don't do that often. So this is celebrating. I don't know. But it's really fun. If you watched the last one, I hope you thought it was fun. I thought it was fun. And I think Becky thought it was fun.
Yeah.
So I hope you did too. And I think it's going to encourage me to finish series. Maybe I should finish Murderbot. I probably won't because I think I've already forgotten everything in those books. And I want to do good on the quizzes.
It would come back to you.
It might.
We'll just do multiple choice for all of the quizzes.
Make it easier. So the last one was not multiple choice, which was fine, but I did better than I thought. And that one was a Good Girl's Guide to Murder pop quiz. This one will be multiple choice just because that became an option. So we want to see how that goes. And this one is covering the 100 series by Cass Morgan. And, is there anything else I'm supposed to say?
I don't think so.
To introduce the game? I hope I do good. Fingers crossed. There's nothing to win, but I hope I do good. Okay.
I know I should have brought a prize with me just in case.
Here's a little keychain.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. I'm
Okay,
nervous.
This is from the first book, which is The 100. That's how they pronounce it in the book, right? Like when you're
Yeah,
reading.
they say the 100. I'm like, whatever. The 100, but it's the same thing. Whatever.
Brooke chooses to go against the grain.
I do.
Why were the 100 originally sent down to Earth from the colony? I know you know the answer, but I'm going to read the multiple choices.
Okay.
To establish trade with surviving Earthlings. To test if Earth was habitable again. To escape a mutiny on the colony. To retrieve a hidden treasure.
B. To see if Earth was habitable.
Okay.
Abominable.
That is correct, ma'am.
Anemone.
Which character secretly communicates with someone still on the colony? Bellamy, Glass, Wells, or Clark?
What? Secretly communicates. Read it again.
This is what it says. Which character secretly communicates with someone still on the colony? On the ship?
Because if that's what it's saying, none of them.
None of them? It says Glass.
Still communicates with somebody on the colony.
Oh, ChatGPT, you're a letdown.
Well, because maybe it's Glass up on the ship has secret communications with somebody on the ship.
Oh.
For a brief time. And on Earth, Clark finds out somebody she knows is still alive and has a slight brief communication with them via a radio on Earth. But not Earth to colony to Earth.
It doesn't say that. It says which character secretly communicates with someone still on the colony. So,
yeah.
Okay.
That one's an oof.
Well, the answer was Glass.
Yeah.
To their false question. What is unique about Glass's storyline compared to the others? She is the youngest of the 100. She maintains communication with the colony throughout. She discovers a hidden city. She leads a rebellion. Well, you already said that the other one was wrong. The answer to this question is she maintains communication with the colony throughout.
Did I miss something? I'm pretty sure that was a distinctive point in the series that they couldn't communicate. Nobody could communicate. They didn't know what was going on up there. Which in the show, they can. away.
In the does that happen in the show? Maybe it's confused.
I mean, it does sort of happen in the show, but not something that's super obvious, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't happen in the books.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we're doing good on here or not.
We'll see. How many questions is this one?
Just 4. So this is the last one. Oh, for the whole thing is 12, I think.
Oh, okay.
What major discovery do the teens make about Earth that changes everything? It is still radioactive. There are other surviving humans already on Earth. The air is toxic only in certain areas. They can't grow food there.
Well, that would suck. That there's still people that survived the cataclysm on Earth.
I knew the answer to that one.
I know, right? It's like you read the book. Through me.
All right. So that's it for the first book, which is called The 100. The second book is Day 21, and this is the first question. Let's hope that ChatGPT is accurate.
It did good with the Good Girl's Guide to Murder, so.
Well, that's good. What new threat do the 100 encounter on Earth in this book? Mutated animals, the Grounders, alien invaders, a deadly virus.
I'm going to go with the Grounders.
Yes.
Okay. I like how it's like alien invaders, and I'm like, okay, but they're the alien invaders. They're the ones that came from space. So funny.
Alien, just so you know, in case you don't, alien does not mean someone from space.
Yeah.
They are called aliens because they are foreign entities or foreign beings. But an alien, I could be an alien if I go to another country.
Yeah.
I would be an alien.
And I actually didn't know that until like a couple years ago. I didn't like it. Well, not that I didn't know that, but it didn't
it's not
click in my head.
It's not really how we use alien.
Right. What's funny though about that question was it says one of the options is like the animals or something is still radioactive.
Mutated,
which like they are, but it's not, they're not filled with radioactivity, so they don't hurt them really. But like the deer have 2 heads, and like corn grows from trees and it's blue. And like then one of the answers was there's a virus, and for a brief time in that book, they are worried that there's some virus that's popping up.
Oh.
So that could have been a little tricky.
That's funny. That was a tricky question.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 2. How does the situation on the colony worsen during this installment? Power outages and food shortages. A coup replaces the leadership. The colony splits into 2. Fires destroy the main dome.
What was the question?
How does the situation on the colony worsen during this installment?
Okay, not fires in the main dome. What were the other options?
Power outages and food shortages.
Okay, maybe.
A coup replaces the leadership. The colony splits into 2.
In a way, they split into 2, but I don't know if that's in this book. I'm going to go with the food and power outages, and I hope I'm right.
You're right.
Okay.
That's the correct answer. According to ChatGPT.
I'm so smart.
What important truth is revealed about the people already living on Earth? They are former scientists. They were descendants of escaped prisoners. They are survivors of previous nuclear fallout. They are aliens disguised as humans.
Whatever C was,
yeah, they are survivors of previous nuclear fallout.
Yes, okay, yeah, because they're like, what? There's people here. Oh my god. And they talk about how they. So what's funny about this series? I'm sorry, that it. I know I mentioned this already, that it is so easy to read. It's like it's for a bit of a younger audience, not like middle grade, but just a YA, but a very accessible YA. So it's very easy to get through and simple to read. And there's not, and I say that because, sorry, there's not a whole lot of detailed explanation into a lot of things. It's just like, this is it, and that's what you get. And that's fine, because I enjoy the series. But, like in the show, it's set on like the East Coast, and it's set in like Virginia, near like the White House. And then you learn that these people who were still on Earth, going back to the books, the Grounders is what the chat called it. They survived by going into Mount Weather. They're a part of, like, technically the president's lineage.
Oh.
And that's kind of funny. Then later on in the last book that involves the cult, they say something like, well, they've kidnapped people from their group and they're taking them to their cult place. And they are talking like magically about this wonderful place, and it's a big 5-sided pentagon. And it's just so funny when you read it. It was like, they're at the Pentagon. It's just funny. And there's like no other like obvious explanation or details, which is fine. Because you don't really need more. But it's just funny. It's just like, you're like in all of this very conveniently placed crashes for your dropship. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people like on the internet are like, isn't it so lucky for them that they landed like right on the east coast of the United States of America? Like, they could have landed in the Pacific Ocean. They could have landed, you know, anywhere else, and don't know what happened. It's just funny. It's funny. Sorry, continue.
No, that's fine.
I just thought, when I read about the Pentagon, it literally made me laugh out loud. I just thought it was so funny. So, continue.
Which character faces a major moral dilemma involving loyalty and survival? Wells, Bellamy, Clark, or Glass?
All of them? And this is in day 21. Loyalty and survival. Shoot. I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna go with, it's either Wells or Bellamy, and I'm gonna just say, I don't know. I'm gonna say Bellamy. Ah!
That's the answer.
Oh, thank God. I don't know if I'd have been able to sleep tonight. Okay. All of them, sort of, but yeah, it was more Bellamy.
Okay. And I also lied to you about these. There's not 12 questions, there's 16, but anyway.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay,
You did the same thing on the last one.
I lied on both of
You
them.
sneaky lady.
Okay, so that's all for day 21. The next book is Homecoming. What is the significance of the newcomers arriving on Earth? They bring supplies from the colony. They are additional 100 teens, increasing tension. They introduce new technology. They are hostile aliens.
The first one.
They bring supplies from the colony.
I'm gonna go with that.
ChatGPT said they are additional 100 teens, increasing tension. Yes, no?
Unless
But I
I'm
remember you saying that they brought supplies.
Yeah, but unless I'm remembering it wrong, I don't think they were just teens. I thought it was, unless I'm remembering it wrong.
It was a mix of...
Yeah, like adults and teens. But I think I'm remembering it wrong. What I'm thinking of, there was a total of like 3 main drop ships that came down that you focused on in the story. I think there's like another one, but it's like a side thing. And it was the first one, which was our original 100, and then maybe the next 100 teens, I guess. That's probably right. I think that's right. And then the last one was when they were like, we gotta go because we're all gonna suffocate here together. And so that one was a mix of adults and teens.
Did tensions increase?
Of course they did. It's a YA survival. Come on.
Okay. Question 2. How do relationships among the original 100 begin to shift? They stay exactly the same. Friendships break down and new alliances form. Everyone pairs up romantically. They stop working together.
Oof, did I even read the books? Not the romantic one. What were the other ones?
They stay exactly the same.
No.
Friendships break down and new alliances form.
Maybe.
Everyone pairs up romantically.
Not the romantic one. Okay, I'm gonna go with alliances.
Yes.
Okay.
What role does leadership play in this book and who steps up? Leadership is ignored completely. Bellamy takes over full command. Clark emerges as a central decision maker. Glass leads a rebellion.
Not Glass leading a rebellion. Not well, maybe Clark, but not Clark. And so there was Bellamy takes control, and what was the other one?
Leadership is ignored completely.
I think leadership is ignored completely.
Oh, this is Clark emerges as a central decision maker.
Oh.
That didn't happen.
No, I think that happened. I think I might be thinking too much into the... There's a lot that actually happens.
She's like, wait, there's more that happens than I realized.
I mean, like, it's like it all kind of happens, except the alien, them calling them aliens and stuff specifically. That just feels goofy.
Yeah, it does feel goofy.
But I mean, there's a lot that happens. A lot of things, like Bellamy does take control at some point, and then Clark does make a lot of decisions. But also at the same time, he was more in charge. Like, he was more like their chancellor on Earth. Like,
okay.
So there's a lot that happens. Glass is not.
So the multiple choice doesn't help because there's a lot of truth in the ones that are not the right answer.
Yes. Glass does not lead a rebellion, technically, until the end.
Until rebellion?
Until the end. Yeah.
What difficult choice must Clark make regarding her people? Whether to return to the colony or stay, whether to fight or surrender to aliens, whether to destroy a hidden city, or to betray Bellamy.
Not the hidden city. Not aliens. What was the first one?
To return to the colony or stay.
And then the last one's betray Bellamy.
Mm-hmm.
They're so dramatic. I'm going to go with betray Bellamy.
This says whether to return to the colony or stay.
SMH. I mean, like, in that one, I think that's when they go to they don't call them the Grounders in I wonder if it is taking from the show a little bit, because I think in the show they called them the Grounders. But in the book, they call them the Earthborns.
Which is funny because it did have in parentheses the Earthborns.
Yeah.
Next to the Grounders.
Yeah. So,
I didn't read that.
Sorry, I'm moving around a lot. I think this is the book that includes when they go to where the Earthborns live in like their actual town and village.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she's trying to decide whether or not she should return to the colony because of somebody else trying to take over their colony.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah. Disappointed in myself.
You did so well on the other one.
It was so good.
We should just blame ChatGPT, honestly.
I do.
Okay. So last book is Rebellion.
Yes.
What sparks the central conflict between groups on Earth? Disputes over food and shelter, a virus outbreak, an alien invasion, or a flood?
What? Okay, the first one.
Yes.
That you didn't even try.
How do alliances change throughout the story? They remain fixed. Old enemies become allies and friends face betrayals. Everyone fights individually. Only the colony and Earth groups exist.
B.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of tensions because of the previous book. Like, Bellamy is a bit paranoid and he doesn't know if he's just seeing things or like what's happening, and then something happens. It turns out he was right to be paranoid, and like, so he doesn't know why people aren't trusting him, and there's you you could say betrayals, but that's a bit of a stretch. They're not all a bunch of betrayals and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of like character arguments there in that one.
Okay. What is Bellamy's biggest internal struggle in this book? Deciding whether to return to space, balancing leadership and loyalty to friends, overcoming a personal illness, learning new technology.
The second one. B.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. How does the series resolve the question of whether humans can coexist peacefully? Humans never reach peace. They create small, segregated communities. Through compromise and understanding, they find a fragile peace. They leave Earth to live in space.
By the end of Rebellion?
Yes.
That's kind of difficult. Because what was B and C?
B is they create small, segregated communities. C is through compromise and understanding, they find a fragile peace.
I want to say that one.
That's the one that ChatGPT
Okay,
uses.
yeah. Because that was a little hard because there's like an Earthborn faction of people that separate themselves, and they're like in day 21 they're the problem.
Mm-hmm.
They become violent. They don't like the colonists that came down from space, so they attack them, and they all deal with that. But then like the vice chancellor makes it down to Earth, and he thinks he is now going to be the leader. He just showed up and he thinks he's going to take charge.
Mm-hmm.
And he like doesn't listen to everybody else's prior experience now having been on Earth, and like that sparks up some kind of like discourse and rebellion, but that happens. And then like you can't expect the Earthborns to just
follow you.
Yeah, follow you. And then later on, once that's all handled, the colonists can't necessarily just move in with the Earthborns, and the Earthborns aren't going to move. So they're going to be separated, you know what I mean? But they all get along. Anyway, so. Anyway. What was the, I don't want to make you pick up the phone again. The question, how do humans live peacefully on Earth? And I chuckled for just a second thinking, oh, they don't. They never will. People will never live peacefully on Earth.
We don't know how to coexist.
That's not going to happen. Only in a fictional story.
Too many people want to be in charge and be the ones that are, no, I'm right, and you have to follow what I say.
Or else.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, that one was good too. I can't tell, I can tell that ChatGPT messed up a little bit on those questions, but I think I answered better for A Good Girl's Guide to Murder as well. And I think it's because I liked it more than the 100. I liked the 100
stayed
series.
With you better.
Yeah, that was a crazy series. Crazy. Yeah, we could even do this every now and then for just like one book.
That's true.
Like Station 11.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. And you don't even, you've read it enough times that you could probably make up your own questions. You would definitely know if I answered it right or not.
Yeah, I would. Maybe I'll reread Station 11. I say that a lot, I feel like. And now I feel like I really should.
You've read it 2-3 times?
I think I've only read it twice.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a good book. It's a really good book. Anyway, that was that. I think it did draw a little bit from the TV show also. Not a lot, but I think it did.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. That's sort of the problem when you have something like that. I mean, there's a Good Girl's Guide to Murder show.
Yeah.
I think it's only one season though right now. So, I don't know. Hope you enjoyed that. If you've seen The 100, and read the books, which one did you like more?
Yeah, and also comment and let us know if you think that Brooke was right, that it was not asking good questions.
Yeah.
That it was pulling maybe from the show instead of just the books. Let us know what you think about
Because
the
the show
questions.
is wildly different. Distinctively different. But yeah, that was good. That was good. That was fun. I like it. I like the idea of the little trivia game after a series. I even like it more now that I thought, oh, or just a book.
Yeah, this is a really good idea that you've had.
That's
This
probably
is a
the
lot of
best
fun.
one. Probably the best idea I've ever had. Oh, man. All right. That was good time-wise because we're going to have to leave
Oh,
in like 15 minutes.
that's funny. Well, let's get this done.
Not like super rushy. We're going to have to leave in 15 minutes. But yeah.
That's okay. I got to go home and mow the grass
Oh, yeah.
and do
It's
some
that
laundry.
time of year.
Yeah, man.
We just tilled up where we're going to plant.
I
Our
gotta
garden's
do
going
some
to be
of
a little
that, too.
smaller. But
Is it?
so I plan on planting more though, so I don't know. He said that we didn't really use all of the land part of it
Mm-hmm.
last year, so he was like, "You think it's going to be big enough?" And I was like, "I don't know.
Well, you'll just have to play it by ear and see what
I'm
happens.
just going to plant everything and how I want it and hope for the best."
There you go. All right. Well, thank you again, Kindred Spirits, for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you keep watching. We're going to keep doing these because it was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
And until next time, stay happily booked.
Bye.
Bye.